Hello Drum School and channel members, it's Alan here. Hope everybody's keeping well. Today we're talking about drumming, drills and warm-ups, and this is the second one that we're going to do, okay? So we're still doing these for foundation level drummers, but this is for those who have started grade 1 or who are pushing on to start grade 1. The previous one that I did was for absolute beginners, still what I call foundation level. That covers beginners up to roughly the start of grade 2. So this is the second one, and just as a little introduction, we're going to go back and have a quick listen to what I said earlier because it's all one and the same, alright? Thinking about drumming, drills and warm-ups, and I'll be back here in a second. Drumming, drills and warm-ups, really important. All instrumentalists have their own ways of getting warmed up before they start to practice and work on their instrument. And it's exactly the same for us drummers. We need to have a practice regime or a set of exercises that we work on at the start before we start to get into some of the other difficulties that we're working on. And if we're kit players, that could be our independence exercises or interdependence exercises, and obviously some of the pieces, maybe a Rockschool piece that we're working on. So a drumming drill and a warm-up is really important, and there's many sort of famous ones out there. A number of years ago I heard about a famous drummer, and what he used as his warm-up were exercises from this book here. George Lawrence Stone, Stick Control. This is a very famous book, and if you stick at playing drums, you will be using this, I'm sure, at some stage. Certainly the intermediate and advanced players that I have as students, they use this. This drummer had memorized the first 3 pages. Now, on each page, there's 24 exercises. So that equates to 72 exercises that he had memorized as a warm-up. But, as you can see, they're 72 exercises. So that's why sometimes whenever we talk about warm-ups and drumming drills, a drumming drill is a collection of exercises. He did 72. We won't be doing 72 today. He did 72, but that was a selection or a collection of exercises that he used as a warm-up. And that's why sometimes those two words are interchangeable. Warm-up or a drumming drill, all right? And we sort of use those two together. So as I say, we're not going to do 72, we're only going to do 4, okay? Alright, so I hope that explains what we're doing with our drumming drills and warm-ups. And just as before in that previous one that was for absolute beginners at the foundation level, we are going to take our series of exercises, we're going to run them together as our drill and our warm-up. And what we're going to do in this one, because this one is for foundation level drummers who are at grade 1, maybe pushing on to grade 2. We're going to take the technical exercises from the Rockschool series and we're going to use them to give us those exercises that we can use as our drill and our warm-up. But as before, we're going to do 4 on the right and 4 on the left. Now, the metronome is set at 64 beats per minute, not 70. 64. Whenever we're starting off in these, it's a wee bit tricky to dive straight in and play semi-quavers because that's what we're going to need to do later on at 70 beats per minute. 64 might be tricky enough, but at least we've pegged the metronome back. Now here's the thing. If you need to peg it back even further, put it back to 60. Okay? 60 beats per minute whenever you're doing this warm-up. The most important thing is that we get warmed up, we start to get used to working our way through these figures, and most importantly we're developing our control of the drumstick. So if you need to go back to 60, that's fine. Alright? I have that set at 64. So let's do our drill. We're starting with 4 on the right, 4 on the left. Whoops. We're going to do 4 bars of each, and then we're going to start into the exercise. So here we go. Here we go. 1. These are all quavers or 8th notes. That's 2 bars. That's 3, 4. Then we're going to do single strokes. A bar of single strokes. Then a bar of doubles. 2, 3, back to the singles, 2, 3, 4, and then doubles, 2, 3, 4, and then singles, 4, doubles, singles, doubles. Right, that was 4 bars. Semi-quavers, singles, 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and doubles, 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and singles, 2, 3, 4, doubles, singles, 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E, doubles, singles. Last time, doubles, paradiddle, straight into the paradiddle, third time, stop. Alright, so I just went through that once. The previous one, I went through it twice, but that was just because each one of the exercises there was a single bar. I had some double bars there, alright? But I did each one of those 4 times, okay? Now that's a really, really good warm-up and a drill. And as I said before, if once you get to the end of that, you're still not warmed up, well, go back to the start and do it again, okay? Because it's a great way to not only work on your double strokes and your paradiddles, but it's mainly to do your stick control and to get warmed up. And that's the whole purpose of this here, to get us a drill that we can sit down, maybe not even need the book in front of us. After a while, once we do that, we'll be able to do it without using the book. We'll remember it. And I know that whenever I was learning percussion, I had to memorize all my rudiments. And then whenever I was doing my own drills, I would just play them from memory and slide from one to the next. So this is a good exercise for that as well. Alright, so that's for foundation level drummers in around grade 1, pushing on to grade 2. As I say, if 64 beats per minute is still a wee bit tricky, peg it back to 60. Alright, but then you're just simply following through and you're moving from one to the next. One very, very, very important thing to say is that if you're going to be doing a grade exam, don't be doing this in your grade exam, because the examiner will ask you to play each line separately. This is a drill. This is a warm-up. What we're all about here in Drum School Belfast is developing good drummers. Yes, and good drummers will get exams, of course, won't they? But we are using the exercises that you're currently working on to develop a drumming drill and that warm-up. But when you're doing your exam, you need to play what the examiner asks you to play, and he's not looking for a demonstration of your warm-up and your drill. He's wanting you to play each one of those separately. Alright, so we're just using the exercises that you're currently working on to develop that drill. Okay, I hope that explains that. Okay, right, so finally, hope you enjoyed working through that. Hope you played along. You can play along with me and then replay it again if you wish. But all the exercises are there, and you'll be able to work on those. And that is a great way to develop stick control, to develop your warm-up, to develop working on those notes. Okay, so that's at 64. Gradually, if you want to, push that up as you get more confident. Push that up to 70 beats per minute. And as I said before in the previous one, don't be trying to do this watching the TV at the same time and your stick heights are different. Make sure you're looking at them. Make sure your stick heights are the same. Make sure that your weak hand, in my case my left hand, is working as hard as your right, okay, and getting a nice even sound. And that will be a fabulous, fantastic warm-up and drill for you to get into and to use when you sit down to practice. Okay, foundation level drummers, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye. Hi drummers, it's Alan here. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Plus, hit the links to become a Belfast Drum Channel member and get access to extra full graded lessons up to the professional level. Thanks so much again, and bye for now.